In this recording, we're going to be looking at the topic of bearings. So, what is a bearing? Bearings are used to indicate direction as well as the angle of a particular landmark. Bearings are used in real life, looking at kind of the position of an aeroplane, or you could use it for ships in the ocean. So, if we looked at what bearing the plane is traveling on, so we've got 3 rules we need to use to find a bearing. I will write those down in a minute. So, what bearing is this plane traveling on? Okay, the first rule of bearings is they're always measured from north. So this plane has gone from here to here. So we're going to be looking at, sorry, let me just draw in this north line. Bear with me a moment. So bearings are measured from the north direction. So from our starting point, we need to draw in a north line here. You need a protractor for this. So we're going to measure this angle here. So bearings, you always start from north. You measure clockwise. And you need 3 digits. Those are the 3 rules of bearings. So let's just have a look. Now, if you line up your protractor to start here, the numbers on your protractor start from the outside, mine start from the inside, but just make sure if you hold up your protractor to the screen, you should have a bearing of, let's have a look. Mine is 107 degrees. So that plane is traveling on a bearing of 107 degrees. Okay, so that's what a bearing is. Let's write these rules down. So first rule of bearings, it must always start from north. Second rule of bearings, it must be measured clockwise. And third rule, it must have 3 digits. So we're going to start by measuring bearings, and then we're going to look at calculating bearings. What bearing is this plane traveling on? So always start from north. Let's draw in a north line. Again, if you hold up your protractor to your screen, maybe, just to make sure you get the same angle as me, your numbers probably start from the 0 on the outside, mine go from the inside, it's 80. Now, our third rule of bearing, those, we need 3 digits. So 080 degrees. Okay, now, this is a little bit more complicated. What bearing is the plane travelling on here? Okay, well, starts from this point here, so we need our north line. Don't forget though, people automatically think, all right, well, it's just this angle here, but that's anti-clockwise. We need to go clockwise. So it's this angle all the way around here. So you're thinking like, how much has this arrow turned around to get from there to there? What we're going to have to do here, because our protractor only measures up to 180 degrees, you measure the inside one, take it off 360. So my inside one is, let's just get it measured up here. I'd say that is 53 degrees here. So angles around a point added up to 360. 360 minus 53 gives us this angle here of bearing 307 degrees. Okay, so got to get used to the language they're using bearings. What is the bearing at B from A? I'd copy this down, maybe draw these out, and I'll show you how to approach a question like this. So the bit you might be wondering is, where are we starting from? So if you underline the from A bit, A, that's our starting point. I'd also join these points together with a straight line. So we're starting from A, that's where your north line has to be. And we want the bearing of B from A. Let's get our protractor ready. 105 degrees. What is the bearing of A from B? Join them together first. Okay, so again, let's underline this bit. It's from B. So B's our starting point. That's where you've got to draw your north line. So we're going clockwise. So don't forget you need this whole angle here. Can't measure that with our protractor. So we're going to have to measure the inside one and work it out from there. So our inside angle, 75 degrees. Angles around a point, add up to 360. 360, take away 75, gives us this angle here, 285. So that's our bearing, 285 degrees. Okay. So we'll look at these two questions with you, and then I'll give you some to answer yourself. Write down the bearing of B from A in each of the following. Maybe you want to have a go at these first, maybe, and then put me on pause and have a look at when you're finished. You're gonna have to just use your protractor against the screen. Okay, I'm gonna join them up. We're going B from A. A is my starting point. So let's draw the north line. I'm not gonna just gonna draw this line again. Not quite happy with that. Okay, there we go. Draw my north line in. Measure my angle. I'd say 75 degrees. Don't forget we need three figures, 0.75. Just make sure I did that on the last two questions, so that was okay. Oh, we didn't need it. We already had three figures with those. Okay. Let's look at this one. Again, we need B from A. So we're drawing our north line from A. That's where it's starting from. Seeing as we're going from A, you've got to go clockwise till we meet our line. So with our protractor, well, we can't measure that really, so we're gonna have to go the inside one. Let's measure our inside angle. It's 135 degrees. So to get our outside angle, 360, take away 135, gives you 225 as our bearing. Okay, right. That's question one, question two, question three, question four. I might just draw these in for you and put the north lines in as well. So for all these questions, we're doing B from A. Or if you don't want me to put the north lines in, if you want to have a go before I put the north lines in, maybe print screen it, draw your own north lines in. It's up to you. Okay, if you do want me to put your north lines in, let me just put them in now. We're going from A. A is our starting point. Let's just make a big deal about that A. So my north line here. Same with here. Here's our A. And here's our A. Okay, for this first one, should have got 130 degrees as your bearing. The next one, this one, I'd say is 53 degrees. So 0.53. Don't forget you need your three figures there. Now these ones, those we're going clockwise. So those are the angles we're looking for here. Don't forget for these, we go clockwise. We're going all the way around, aren't we? Just for this one. So we need our inside measurement, which in this case is 65. 360, take away 65, gives us 295 as our bearing. Here, B from A, here's our bearing, clockwise from north. Start from 0, 100 degrees. Okay, so those were measuring bearings. We can look at calculating bearings now. So these calculating bearings, they're generally not drawn to scale, so you have to work it out from the information you're given in your diagram. So for this first one, what's the bearing this plane is traveling on? Well, it started from here, north clockwise. Can you see it's just 70 degrees? So you'd write 0, 7, 0. Here again, starting point, north clockwise, 90 degrees, 0, 9, 0. Sometimes it's just given to you on your diagram. Here, this angle there, 145. Got to be a bit more careful with this one. Don't forget we're going clockwise, so it's this angle here. 360, take away 40 is 320. Here again, clockwise, don't forget, 360, take away 90 is 270. Okay, I'm going to show you how to answer a few of these questions. What I suggest you draw on your diagram. So I copy these out, and then I'm going to talk you through how to answer them. Right, before I even start these questions, I put in as much information as we can on the diagram. So that angle there is 45. What's this angle here? Angles around a point add up to 360. So 360 take away 45 is 315. Now, I don't know if you remember doing this, but if we did angles and parallel lines, you remember doing C angles? What do co-interior angles add up to? 180. So this angle here is fine. So these two angles always add up to 180. So to get that one, 180, take away 45 is 135. And then again, with this, angles around a point add up to 360. 360, take away 135 is 225. What do we actually want here? B from A. So we're starting from A. Here, this is where we're starting from. So we start from north. We don't want to use highlighters here. Start from north. We go clockwise. So you can see it's this angle we want. 045. Okay, I'm going to put all my information in this diagram. So here, 360 minus 230 is 130. These two add up to 180, so this one's 50. Angles around a point add up to 360. 360 minus 50 is 310. We want the angle of A from B. So we're going from B this time. Let's highlight that, make a big deal out of it. So north, clockwise, this angle you want here. So that's my answer, 230. Okay, find a bearing of A from B. Again, let's put a little information in. 360, take away 105 is 255. These two add up to 180, 180, take away 105, 75. Angles around a point add up to 360, 360, take away 75, 285. So which one of these angles we actually want here? We're going from B, B, B. Start north, go clockwise, 285 is my answer. Okay, quite a few questions for you to have a go at here. Have a go at all of these and see how you get on. I'm going to do them row by row. So if you want to just do the top row, maybe put me on pause when you're done. I'll look through those and you can do each section separately. Okay, let's start with this first one. I'm going to put all my information in. Let's put all my angles in. Angles around a point at 360. 360 take away 285 is 75. These two add up to 180. 180 minus 75, 105. These add up to 360. 360 minus 105, 255. Okay, what do we want? We want the bearing of B from A, starting from that A bit there. We're starting from this A bit here. Start from north, go clockwise, 75. Don't forget you need 3 figures, 0.75. What's this angle here? 360 minus 105, 255. Angles around, sorry, these two angles add up to 180, so that 175. 360, take away 75, 285. Right, what do we want here? B from A. We're starting from A. Here's A. Clockwise, 105 is my answer. What's this one? 360 minus 255, 105. These two add up to 180, 75. Take away from 360, 285. We want B from A, so we're going from A, A's here, north, clockwise, 105 is my answer. Okay, what about these ones? Those two add up to 180, so this one's 70. 360 minus 70 gives us this one is 290. And again, angles around a point add up to 360, 360, take away 110, 250. Which of these angles do we want? A from B. Going from B, north, clockwise, 250 degrees. Let me get all my angles first. 360 minus 280 is 80. Angles here add up to 180, 100. Should leave this one. Angles around a point add up to 360, so 260. Bearing of A from B. Going from B, here's B, north, clockwise, 280. Right, what are we doing here? A from B. From B, we're starting at B. Here's B, north, clockwise, 280. Just going to put all my information in. From A, A's here. Let's go north, clockwise, 70. You need 3 figures, so 0.70. Pop all my information in first of all. B from A, where's A? A's here, north, clockwise, 50 degrees, 0.50. Again, let's start with putting all my information in. 75 here. I think we're used to doing this by now. 105. Right, which bearing do we want actually? A from B. So we're going from B. There's B. Clockwise, 255. Okay, thanks for listening. I hope you found that okay.